Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. We're going to be featuring a 1 vs 1 on Angoville. Yes, indeed. Whoops, not Bertville, but Angoville. It's going to be a bit of a shorter game, not our 50 or 60 minutes long games, which I'm a bit thankful for. Sometimes it can be a bit exhausting, with all those very long games. So very exhausting. But we are going to be seeing a shorter game, but that's not mean it's going to be less exciting, less action-packed, less bloody, less explosive. No, quite the opposite. We are going to be seeing Shevuxnoluckystrike. Not entirely sure how he wants that pronounced, or she, whatever. Or she, he, for all I know. Nonetheless, fighting for the Americans. Fighting for the 3rd Infantry Division, ready to fight for Uncle Sam. Opposing him shall be Carlosred 17. Carlosred 17 of level 14 Wehrmacht player. Shevux, level 16 American. So this is certainly going to be quite the uphill fight for our American friend. Wehrmacht friend, I mean not the American friend. No, our Wehrmacht friend, it's going to be quite the uphill fight. But he is here, fighting for the 352nd. In fact, let's get right down to it. Let us see what shall be happening. And on the Company Fuse 2 news front, there's a bit there. We are going to be seeing sometime later this week, there's going to be some sort of conference where a lot of press people can come and see Company Fuse 2, so we might be getting something after that, thankfully. But also we've got a German preview from PC Action, who have gotten a few more details, apparently being a bit more clever than the boffins at PC Gamer UK. They included particularly noted you can actually capture enemy tanks, which in a way the word it also means there's now going to be 2 states of being wrecked for tanks, possibly also vehicles, decrewed and completely burnt out husk. So that's certainly going to make armor fighting a lot more exciting, a lot more different. We are seeing a sort of spread out usual 2 Pioneer Wehrmacht quarter start, same from the American, 2 Engineers, 1 Barrack start. So far, I mean, rather similar. They're both sort of mirroring each own's actions. That's also nice. To a certain extent, except he's going for the munitions. He's going for the strategic point right there. But again, I mean, yes, tanks can be captured. Of course, probably not all. They have to be decrewed, so there's probably going to be some states there as well. But again, that also means you can be taking enemy armor, which means like something like Allied War Machine could suddenly actually end up benefiting the Wehrmacht player if the American commander using it was incautious. But of course we're seeing Soviets versus Germans. Also apparently the Germans will be sort of, lower numbers, obviously, higher technology, but also more special abilities to sort of reflect their more veteran status than your most average Russian troop, and of course also basically better training. So that's also going to be interesting, although again, not a lot of details on that. But we are going to see, yes, a bit of normal strategy from the Americans, basically pairing up their engineers with the riflemen, creating a small compact 9-man assault force, which in this case can easily overwhelm a full-screen escort. Pioneers are rushing in, but this is simply too much. The full-screeners are getting gunned down. They are trying to focus down the engineers, but of course now they're being pared down. Oh dear, 3 men down already. Rest retreat. Only 1 dead engineer to show for it. Not entirely magnificent right there, and a bit of a nasty start for Carlosred 17. Partly to avoid situations like that, I also personally go for the Schwimmwagen to their sort of buff the early full-screen score with a bit of a light machine gun action right there. So that could work, but full-screen's getting reinforced. Others moving up, trying to get those Yankees this time around. Slight engagement right here, going straight for the fuel point. Pioneers moving in to stop that one. The American is of course trying to deny the strategic point right here to Carlosred and his 16 plus munitions right there. Cheeky. 1 rifleman bites the dust, the rest just run on. They've rendered this point neutral, that's all they really want to do. MG-42 on the way. More rifle moving on to deal with these pioneers here. That's not going to end well for them. And generally a bit of a rubbish start right there from Carlosred 17. Pretty aggressive from Shevux, who's been really able to strike here and there and everywhere. And not only actually gain more of the map, but of course also deny it to Mr. Carlosred and the 352nd Infantry Division. Rifle getting run off right there. Solid full-screen force right there. MG-42 moving in. He will need to quickly connect this and of course get the fuel. But of course Shevu or whatever, I'm not entirely sure what to pronounce it like, but has also gone for the munitions point height right there, and now of course going for the strategic point to sort of connect it all. So a lot of munitions as well for the American commander, who's also pushing hard in the east as well. Not really the grandest of starts, and he's got a bit of resource being floating here. What will Carlosred do? Get another Volksgrenadier, get another MG42. Come on, Carlos, make your move. Will he be getting a sniper? A sniper indeed on the way. And going straight for the fuel point right there, of course, hoping to deny it to Carlosred. Usually, hang on. And that was just someone trying to look for my neighbor, but he wasn't here quite at the moment. But sharpshoots on the way, so of course this means Carlosred 17 has gone for the 2 Volksgrenadiers MG sniper start. A favorite among some Wehrmacht players, as it does give them a bit of a variety of tools, and of course the sniper can really drain an unwary commander of a lot of manpower. So in that sense it can be great, but of course at the same time we are seeing Shevuxnoluckystrike going straight for the supply yard, and of course motor pool. And now the inquiry becomes, how many riflemen does he have? And he's actually only got 3 riflemen towards. This is going to be a pretty damn aggressive motor pool rush. I mean, he's really going to be going for the earliest of early greyhounds. And that's probably again because he feels he has a large part of the map. That way he doesn't feel the need to really sort of invest heavily into the earlier tier, and thus going straight for perhaps a motor pool early on. And of course also he's got a lot of fuel that way. Sniper they're opening up. 2 riflemen already dead, trying to catch that damn Kraut with this jaunty little forage cap. And again all signs point to a motor pool rush, but of course the engineers still need to get back. Flamethrower engineers hiding there. Bunker going up for Carlosred, although he lacks the munitions for it to really get anything out of it. He's probably might be going for a medic bunker. Rifleman setting up there, perhaps hoping for a larger flank, while the Americans push right here from as well. And MG42 constantly weaving about. Pioneers might be going down, they need to retreat. Rückzugmänner. And there we go, and Rifleman running around the MG. But another push from the Flamethrower engineers actually managed to run into the MG, setting that off. Mines right here at the flank, though Carlosred has done his best to sort of preempt any flanking attempt on the MG. Of course, he's still getting flanked. Sniper though joining in as well. Engineers absolutely pinned down. Rifleman getting shot at as well. There we go. Motor pool within the first 6 minutes. This is really an armored car rush. The rush for the Greyhound. That's something I rarely see nowadays, but apparently Shevuxnoluckystrike is feeling lucky. Although at the same time we are seeing a Kriegbags up for Carlosred 17, but it's not probably going to be just in time, I imagine. In particular, and of course here's note, he's only using 1 Pioneer to build it, and you need a full Pioneer to in fact have a decent speed. I mean, 1 unit builds terribly slow. So I mean, it might be an idea to actually shift the Pioneer up here, get him fully reinforced, and then build it. Otherwise, again, going to take ages.
We're losing territory.
Munitions being spent mining. Interesting enough, he's built the bunker, but he's not really getting anything out of it. And we are seeing wire going off to sort of protect the flank. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But there we go, he actually did that. He moved it up, got the fully reinforced note. Now the construction is actually going much faster, but too late. Motor pool is up. I imagine we'll be seeing the armored car coming in very soon. There we go, flashing away, blue lights. Engineers getting ready. This is going to be one nasty surprise for Carlosred 17. While the American pretty much has, well, most of the map. Pack 38 on the way. But again, I think it'll be a bit too late.
The objective is ours.
Sandbags for the MG42, which is heavily damaged. Flamethrower engineers moving in. Oh dear, he spotted Carlosred laying down the mine and sets it off with the mines. Flamethrower engineers who also managed to dodge the other mine. Not good at all. Carlosred 17 is besieged. The 352nd getting hit on all sides. Armored car moving about. Might be rushing straight into the base, and of course Pack 38 needs to be ready. He's getting a half-track out next. Cloaking. Don't reveal it, Carlos. Don't reveal it. Don't. Oh, and he reveals it. Carlos, why did you do that? Now he knows it's there. And now, of course, he's just going to run up to it and knock it out. That was very, very silly done, Carlos. And of course, Shevu is pushing the attack right here on the other flanks as well, while pushing on in the base. Half-track ready, but that's not really going to do much. Another pack might have been a more aid. Volkswagen is moving up. They might be able to get off a Panzerfaust on the Greyhound. And there we go. Anti-tank gun in trouble, though. Another Greyhound moving in, although not upgraded. He probably feels across with the base occupied. He's not going to worry there. Pack cleared out. American moving up, although the spark wire there actually helps the flank. MG needs to get away. Greyhound number 2 pushing in. Already upgraded with armored skirts, though. Armored car pushing around, killing full Scaniers as it can. Full retreat right there. Trying to do as much damage to those Yankees.
They're in our base. They're hitting our base.
Not really looking good. Cut off from pretty much all of his resources except one fuel point. Having trouble actually knocking out those armored cars. This is pretty bad. And artillery right on the creek bag spot. The armored car right there hits a mine. Half track down. Apparently Carlosred is a bit surprised, but again, that's what happened when you go for the armored cars. Of course, you will also have more resources for them. And again, I don't think Carlosred has, of course, quite understood that he is being rushed by Greyhounds. This is, again, what you call pretty grim. Although he does manage to get off a good hit on this one. The other armor car not really in a good condition either. And he immediately sets about salvaging the half-track. Perhaps trying to get enough munitions for a Panzerfaust to get that armored car. That could work. Ooh, trying to get that armored car. Trying. But the other one, first one is making that a bit of a trouble. Flamethrower engineers moving up. Bunker almost down. It never really came to anything. MG fire, rifle fire. One shot that actually makes it through that armor, and that Greyhound will be lost. Pack getting blasted. Other Greyhound fully repaired engine, ready to get out. You could turn about the pack and try and deal with that armored car. But I only feels against it. And the Greyhound sets about laying a mine right in front here. Hoping to deny, of course, another pack. Which could work while the other one pushes up there. Volkswagen is going for the cut-off point. Shevu soon ready, and he's in fact pushing the stakes even further. Having gained one advantage with armor cars, he's now going straight for the tank depot. Pretty much hoping to put the final nails in Carlosred's coffin. Sure, he does not get back in the fight and bury him alive. Of course, Carlosred still has the possibility of striking back if he's not careful. Creek barracks almost up. And there we go. Greyhound knocked out, kaput. And Grenadiers popping out of the barracks, of course. And that, of course, is a fun fact. Packs, vehicles get out from the front gate. Units like the Grenadiers and Mortar get out of that little door there. And a mine actually goes off here, killing a few riflemen, pinning and suppressing the rest. But Grenadiers with MG42 support moving up pretty swiftly. Lacking the fuel though for the Sherman, but of course with most of the map in his hands. And there we go, Sniper Volta joining up. 10 kills so far. And artillery right on the MG42. Quite the bloody fight. 352nd they're fighting onwards. Clearing out the mine there. Good job with minesweepers. Now they can of course also salvage the Greyhound for more munitions. Riflemen getting shot at further. All 3 victory points currently in the hands of the 3rd Infantry Division. And Carlosred is down to almost 250 victory points, while Shevu has, well, 500. It's not been drained as of yet. MG42 Minger, how many Grenadiers do we see so far? 1, 2... 2 Grenadiers. Not a bad start, of course we might get more. And the 2nd Greyhound, the one which still lives, going in after these pioneers on the flank. You could of course make another push for the base of the Wehrmacht. Hope to do a bit more damage. Hope to harass things a bit further. Looks like another Grenadier team is out. Taking up position in the bunker. He might actually be getting a Panzerschreck for them to sort of gain some protection for the Panzerschreck gunners. We shall find out. There we go. Repairing the creek barracks even. Pioneer down. Armor car salvaged. Veterans E1 for the armor car increasing speed. That's lovely. And there we go. Panzerschreck Bob mid-game analysis. What is the situation? Well, not exactly beer and skittles. This is not a frolicking time for the 352nd for the Wehrmacht. Their base is pretty savaged. The Americans hold most of the map, and they're probably going to be getting Shermans anytime soon. And there's only one little damaged pack to hold it back. I mean, again, not really a good situation. He might be able to push through. I mean, if he gets that other Greyhound, if he can get some more Panzerschrecks by salvaging, and of course also force Shevuxnoluckystrike to perhaps spread out a bit further, he might be able to turn things around. He might be able to do some damage, but again, it is going to require him to sort of keep things alive quite nicely. More Panzerschrecks, because that Sherman's going to need it. And he might also want to consider getting something heavier, perhaps even Veterancy. But let's return to the fight. Grenadiers popping up, moving in to hunt down that Greyhound. Although, and there we go, another engagement. Rife engineers rushing straight into the MD-42, getting torn to bits by Sniper and Grenadier, and Fult's going to fight. Oh, he could be losing both engineer teams right there. Oh wait, he's gotten some more, and no, it looks like both engineer squads making out there, but the Rife are pushing up on the eastern flank. Fult's going to quickly retract. Other Grenadiers and Fult's Grenadiers could be moving forwards, and there we go. Greyhound still moving about here in the base.
Taking our territory.
Grenadiers trying to get them with the Panzerschreck. Looks like he's trying to get that MG bunker opening up the eastern part for an infantry assault. That could work. And there we go, more artillery on the creek barracks, and Greyhound goes down. Panzerschreck finally got it, rather than getting sniped pretty viciously. Fired out by Grenadiers and Fult's Grenadiers. MGs could also be joining in.
Supply lines are broken.
And oh, Rifleman squad could be going down for Shevuxnoluckystrike. He's actually lost one already. Oh, bugger me, he's lost two Rifleman squads. I don't know where the first one went down, but still pretty nasty. This could be the exact thing that Carlosred needs, but of course, now there's a Sherman, and it's angry. Immediately says about opening up on those Americans. I mean Germans.
They have 200 points left.
Sherman moving forwards, although there's of course that pack, but that could get outflanked, that could get hit. A few problems there. Grenadiers with Panzerschrecks could set about to hit them in flank if he decided so. And the pack reveals itself as a nice target for the Sherman. Grenadiers are arriving. Getting off a good shot.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
5 kills already for the Sherman. Engineers moving towards the east where there's only pioneers. More forces moving out. A bit of resource being floated right there. Could he be going for something else? But he is going to need some infantry to replace what is lost. And looks like he's doing that exactly. That's good. Mine's going down at the central junction. Good. Sniper moving up. Ooh, 16 kills. 17 kills. Absolutely amazing. Now Grenadiers equip all with Panzerschrecks except one. Greyhound here could be salvaged for munitions if Carlosred feels like it. And the sniper gets run off. Could it be that she was saving up for another Sherman? Or what is it he's exactly looking for? A bit of quiet.
Artillery support is
A
now
bit of
available.
quiet.
Objective secured. Rifle squad defending. Get your kit and form up.
A bit too quiet, perhaps. Either side meshing things up, making ready.
Territory for us.
Looks like something is coming up now. But what is it?
Sniper down.
Oh, he's building a howitzer up in his own base. He's going to increase the amount of artillery he can affect on his opponent. And he's going in for the cut-off point as well with the Sherman. Oh, mine hit! And Unit seems slaughtered. Sherman charging right into the base of the Wehrmacht. Only a Wehrmacht quarters left. Sniper awfully close to getting squished. 21 kills. And the howitzer does not turn towards the base. What is he intending to hit? I have no idea. And that Sherman just keeps doing terrible things. Might be knocking out that MG bunker. Rifleman getting ready. Could be they're hoping to move in. But of course the Wehrmacht quarters now also has an MG pack ready. Oh dear, Sherman is in trouble. Getting hit in the flank. Panzerx in the rear. Needs artillery support. And there we go. Ooh, 2 grenadiers down. Another Sherman does go down. And, oh, pack cleared out. Oh my goodness, that Sherman's just hitting everything. I mean, not the Sherman, but artillery. Oh dear, I'm just saying all the wrong things. No, but still, I mean, absolutely devastating. He got the pack, he got false guns, he got grenadiers, and now he's calling in more artillery. He's trying to get that Wehrmacht quarters, thus denying Carlosred 17 any further infantry. Of course, he's gone Wehrmacht. I mean, he's gone defensive. Yeah, of course he's gone Wehrmacht. My mind is sort of messing things up. My apologies, but still, he's gone defensive. That means he can't call off infantry from off the field. Oh dear. This means this is all Carlos has. The only thing he can get is more pioneers, otherwise he needs to build some structures. Flak is actually up though. Of course, how well that will work is of course another question. And this might in fact merely tempt Shevu to go for Rangers or something like that and basically push through there. Ow, don't clamp up, don't clamp up. I mean, this is what you'd call a lively artillery target, but no, he is spreading out a bit more, trying to secure as much territory, getting veterans for his infantry. That's going to help quite a bit.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
And more artillery. Veterans 1 already. I mean, again, once that one barrage really was able to do a lot of damage, and of course, for every level of veterancy, most artillery also tends to have shorter cooldown periods between barrages. So again, I mean, stuff like that means that the Sherman howitzer, for example, can fire pretty quickly. Rifle getting suppressed, getting killed, but there we go. Flank assault, and the Flak 36 is in a bit of trouble. In fact, it's quite on its own.
We are losing a victory point. Forward supply
To
lines
put it
broken.
mildly, getting assaulted.
Broken. We have territory.
Moving up here, 23 kills, that's lovely. Flak trying to do something, but not really looking good. MP4's being equipped though for Carlosred, false grenadiers.
Boys have cleared an 88 site.
And the 88 is no more. Well, the crew is no more. Looks like he's getting another Sherman. Cheeky, cheeky. More false guns moving up, and we are seeing for the farmland, thus increasing the damage they take. Although that's not necessarily going to help against this howitzer. Oh, mine hit! And they actually take some pretty severe losses. And they actually lose a squad on the retreat. The false guns managed to tear through them with semi-accurate. Oh, artillery! Oh, he lost the false gun squad, and the crew might also go down, so that's... Oh, no good. Guy needs to continue on the eastern flank.
Sector being captured.
Rifleman, oh, not really doing well here against the MP40 equipped false grenadiers. Sherman's soon ready.
Axis are capturing a sector.
Actually, time to have a look at Carlosred, who's going for a Sturmarmory, getting a Sturmgeschütz to provide a bit of armored support. A bit more mobile counter to the Sherman that's not going to be so easily knocked out by the howitzer, which has already gained veterancy too. Oh dear. Hang on. Never mind.
the eye of the helper surveys the battlefield.
And a push forces away the grenadiers. Flag once more opens up. I don't think these pioneers will have a happy time if they don't get away soon. Of course, we'll no lucky strike. She will there consider getting some rangers, perhaps. Sturmgeschütz on the move. Will there be veterancy for it? Yes, indeed. Lovely, lovely.
Let's see how well they stand against us. Grenadiers, forward!
Veterancy gained.
Bit quiet. Anti-tank gun moving up. Howitzer firing once more. Probably at the Flag 88.
Cannon team ready.
Pretty obvious target. No, he's firing straight towards the Wehrmacht base. And of course, here's another advantage in actually spreading out your buildings rather than clumping up here. I mean, usually your headquarters tends to be the primary target. So of course, I mean, having buildings at the edges means of course you can reinforce there rather than right here and get it to become a target. So that's a vital little thing to remember, I'd say. Rangers moving up. Radio into MG5, they're sniping nearby. And Grenadiers and MP40s. We're also seeing a push up the eastern flank. Sherman, Engineers, and an anti-tank gun. And Rangers could in fact be going down. 3 men. 2. 1. Oh, he might actually be getting out there just barely. It looks like he lost another rifle squad. Engineers rushing up through here. Going into the Grenadiers. Looks not well. Sturmgeschütz also moving up. First engineer squad down. Second engineer squad. Panzerschrecks pummeling the anti-tank gun. Dear oh dear oh dear. And looks like he got his own anti-tank gun. That's not really what you usually want to try and achieve. Niebelwerfer pulling up. Where are those guns? No map bunker. Well, he trained them all 3. Not a single map bunker indeed. And let's just speed this up. There, of course, not the Wehrmacht, of course, Krieg Barracks, but still. Heat of battle. And there we go. A bit of a short game. I do hope you found it interesting. I do hope you learned some things. I mean, it was pretty close to Shevuxnoluckystrike actually sort of pull through a victory. What with the armored car rush is really damning here. And of course, it rather came down to, for example, Carlosred, uncloaking his pack at the very wrong time. But of course, he might also want to try and sort of. But again, he probably didn't expect the armored car rush, and usually most players at least don't really much anyways. And usually the counter is actually to play a mine right in front of your Krieg Barracks. Otherwise, I mean, Carlosred kept his cool. He actually got a lot of grenades and was that way actually able to push through, and Shevuxnoluckystrike lost an awful lot of infantry, which rather meant he was probably losing that way, basically sort of, to attrition. The flags didn't do that much though. And I think he might have benefited a bit from a medic station himself or a supplier upgrade. He got a bit drained through that way, and essentially it was attrition that killed Shevuxnoluckystrike because he was too aggressive, which was rather sort of dependent on he really able to deliver one knockout blow. But as long as Carlosred kept on going, he was sort of able to overcome that, and in the end that sort of was the end for Shevuxnoluckystrike. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed the game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.